Hello, my name is Deborah Tanish. I am married to Marine Corps Sergeant Major retired David Tanish, a Vietnam and First Gulf War veteran. We're originally from the Columbus, Georgia area. We were residents in Southern California near Camp Pendleton for over 20 years, and we're now permanent residents of Panama City Beach, Florida in the Panhandle near Pensacola. And we are Gold Star parents. This photo is the last formal family photograph taken of our family in December 2002, just before Christmas, before Patrick deployed and entered Iraq on April 1st, 2003, with the 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment, now known as the 2nd Armored Stryker Regiment. He was with 2nd Squadron, Eagle Troop. I am not Patrick's biological mom. I am what our family calls his bonus mom. His dad and I gained custody of Patrick when he was 13. He endured the death of his biological mom when he was 17. So I'm the only earthbound mom that Pat has to help his father keep his legacy alive and to do what we feel God has led us to do, to be available for other Gold Star parents and other family and friends of fallen warriors. My husband and I received the unwanted, never expected knock against our door at the dark hour of 6 a.m. on February 12, 2004. We didn't want that knock. We never expected it, never dreamed it would come to us. But in war, the reality is that in fights for freedom and safety, someone, some family, will receive that knock. And in this war, it was our turn. None of us who have received that knock will ever be able to bury the echoes of the doorbell ring, the knuckles against wood, the men or women in uniform who stood as frozen and dumbfounded as we were, with the message, "Sir" or "Ma'am, on behalf of the President of the United States, I'm sorry to inform you." Those moments and days afterwards turned us into the walking dead, and our journey since has been one that has taken us on every emotional roller coaster ride imaginable. The foundation of our lives and faith has been shaken. We have tolerated negative media, protesters, foolish government officials, foolish words from those who have never walked the path of grief after the death of a child or spouse or parent, especially a loved one that had chosen to walk into the face of death on behalf of others. I have coined a term called the proud grieving, because we are proud of our children, our siblings, spouses, parents, and friends. We have to be, because they were part of the less than 1% of our national population that volunteers to wear a military uniform of the United States of America. Less than the 1% of our national population that took a vow to uphold the U.S. Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And with unquestioned strength and courage, they walked into the face of death when asked to. And we are thankful to those Blue Star families and our men and women still serving for their continuing to uphold the vow to the Constitution of the United States and to stand the line for our safety while we sleep safe in our beds at night. I will be sharing information that Dave and I have learned on our journey that we hope will benefit others who have followed behind us. This is just the first of what I hope will be a progression of videos to be provided to families, sent to one another, sent to those you know, that I hope will be most helpful. What is important to know is that each one of us grieves differently. And in our circle of Gold Star families, we are all at different places in our grief journey. The raw still exists for those who can't believe they'll ever stand strong again at some time in the future. Those of us who have traveled the road a ways, we still feel an anchor in our heart. But over time, that heavy anchor has lifted a bit from our souls, and we can testify that we will never be the same as we were before the knock. We can also testify that we have survived. We're learning to live in our new norm as we allow God to use us to stand for others, hold their hands, give a hug, listen, and share. We cry tears with others without fear or judgment. We know this journey, and only we can validate for others the emotions and prove that we will stand together to gain strength through one another. To be available to one another when we hit a bump in the road, like an angel date, birthday, holidays, and memories that pop up out of nowhere. None of us wanted to be a part of this group called Gold Star Families. We die a bit over again when we hear of another family that had to receive the knock. But our children, our husbands, our parents, our friends chose a career that meant serving a purpose greater than themselves. And in their memory, for their legacies, we must continue our journey to be the best that we can be, to be among the few and the proud, that shows the same strength and courage that our loved ones have already shown the world. In honor of our Gold Star families and those who still serve, I want to read a poem written and sent to me by a lady I'd never heard of until yesterday. She is not even associated with the military in any way, but her heart was given the insight of what Gold Stars feel. Her name is Jill Fox from Sacramento, California. I will end this video reading her words, which she gave me permission to share. The name of this, that she hopes to turn into a song, is called Please Don't Knock. The day you answered the call, my heart swelled with pride, but I felt a tinge of fear, and when alone I cried. I've walked difficult roads, but this one I don't want to take. I hold your photo in the middle of night, praying where you are, everyone's safe. I fear for your safety, I fear for your life. I think of grandchildren that are not yet born, and about your future wife. I've heard when they bring the news, with a knock against the door, the greatest of fears are realized, and lives change forevermore. I pray each night for your safe return, and that the knock isn't cast on my door. Please grant me heaven, this one special request, and I'll never ask for anything more. Please don't knock, please don't knock, please stay away from my door. I couldn't take the words they'd bring that have to pick me off the floor. Of times that have passed and memories made, I couldn't have asked for more. So please don't knock, I'm begging please, please stay away from my door. I've learned that prayers aren't always answered, and hearts are heavily torn. When the news came anyway, on that hot summer day, just like when you were born. Now the wait is over, the day we feared has arrived. They said there wasn't a braver soldier to have fighting by their side. My boy was just becoming a man. He stood tall while others ran, but for all the lives he could save, one was not his own. And now he's on an angel flight to a hero's grave and military stone. I still read the papers every day and watch the news at night, and pray that they will find a way to talk and not to fight. Another soldier takes to the sky, and through the hills he'll roam, protecting what is good and decent, while his family prays and waits at home. While under every rock and crevice, he never knows what lies in store. I think of his parents and can only hope they never feel this pain we endure. I bow my head and clasp my hands, and on my knees I pray. that one day we can stop the fighting to find another way. And if you, dear Father, would grant just one request, I should never ask for anything more. Please stop the knocks. Don't let them knock on any more family doors. On this day, I ask God to give strength and courage to each one who hears my voice on this video, for the families who have already sacrificed all. Let's keep the courage and strength together, and may we forever hold hands as long as that knock has to come upon the door. God bless each of you. God bless our Blue Star families and their loved ones serving. And God please bless and protect America, the land of the beautiful, the home of the brave.